You guys had so much fun with the first impulse graph. Let's do another. All righty. So this time I'm going to read this part. So there's a force time graph, non-standard mass hockey puck, and speed of the puck when it leaves the stick. And it started at rest. So what's the speed it is going when it leaves the stick? When you're ready, hit the click the begin button. All righty. Ready. All right, there it is, guys. All right, time to annotate. Tote. Do whatever you need to do there. All righty. So once again, we got to go to kilograms. So put a point there, and it's a kilogram over here. So that's a 0.36. That is milliseconds over there. So to find the change in velocity, well, once again, it's a force times equals a mass times the change in velocity. However, in this case, it's the final velocity minus the initial. And the initial velocity, if you remember from the reading, it's at rest. So I'm actually just solving for the final velocity right over there. So the final velocity is, you got to divide out by the math on both sides. So force times time over the mass. Mass of that is a 0.376. I guess that's non-standard in Canada. And the force times time, oh my goodness, look at that. It's a variable force. So how do you find that? Well, it's the area of the triangle. So it's base times height times the half thing, right? All righty. So starting at 5 seconds, ending at 34. Well, that's convenient. They started right on the line, making my job a little easier. Hey, they got to a line right over there. So that's 800. So that's 900. So 820, 840, 860 is the top over there. Okay. So my peak force is 860. We have to use the average, which is really the area. So it's my height, 860, times my base, which is 29 seconds or milliseconds. So it's 0.029. It's exactly the same time I had in the last one, I think. And whoop, there it is. So that will be the final velocity since it started at rest right over there. All right, so it's not a change in velocity this time. It's the old 860 times the 0.029 divided by 0.376. Bam, 66.3. All right, wow, that is flying. That's over 130 miles an hour. Okay, hope that doesn't go flying into the crowd. So, hey, I guess I'm done here then, right? So let me stop the annotating. And ending this sucker, name, whoop, and speed is 66.3 meters per second. Look at me nailing life right over there. Actual speed, whoa, 33. I forgot to do the halvesies. What a crock. All righty. So it's half of my answer because I forgot to do the halvesies on my dealio. So I guess the moral of the story, don't be like me. All righty. You got to remember to do your halvesies on that impulse because it's base times height divided by 2. It's a half of that sucker, which means it's a half of that amount. And now I'm going to have to redo this unless I was the teacher. So there are benefits to being the teacher. Maybe someday you could be one yourselves, guys. All righty. Well, happy calculating. Don't be like me. I guess that's the moral of the story today. All righty. Talk to you later.